Yes, 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 yes. Take a look. Take a look at this, bitches. Yes, yes. Take a look at this. Take a look, some of you hateful bitches. My A1Cs is 6.0. I bet some of you hateful bitches already had your insults lined up, huh? How is he talking about diabetes when he fat? I know his A1C is high. You can tell he eats a whole lot. Well, look at my A1C now, bitches. I don't need your validation, insults, nor advice. As far as I'm concerned, you can start learning from me. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I thought I misheard my doctor. This Friday, I felt like I just hit the lottery or something. I told him just print that baby out. My A1Cs were more than I expected. It was a wonderful surprise to see that number. My hard work finally paid off. I am so happy. I'm so happy. You have no idea, guys. It's really nice to know that through all the stress I've been going through with those, brainless idiots, you know who I'm talking about, I've still managed to overcome and get my A1Cs back on track. Everybody should know that our A1C results don't just show us how we're doing for the past 3 months. It's also a badge of honor. This was a huge accomplishment given the emotional state I was in. My A1Cs are now the lowest it's ever been, and it's given me a major charge of confidence to continue doing what I've been doing. For what I've gone through, and given the fact of how bad my first A1Cs were since 2005, when I was finally diagnosed with diabetes, I came such a long way. At first diagnosed, my A1Cs was almost 15%, and considering how bad my vision got and other complications that I was having, I'm sure that there were times when it was much higher than that. I'm sure of it. And now I am down to 6% on just pure insulin. I've cut any possible further complications could have had by more than half. Let me tell you a story. I haven't told you guys a story for a long time now. I guess it's, you guys are due for one. I remember one day, I think it was about 3-4 years ago. I'm not quite sure the exact time frame, to be honest. I was on the subway and it was really crowded. Unfortunately, that was the day my body decided to get really sick. I'm not sure why, but why is it that when you get sick or you have to go to the bathroom or something and you're on a train, something always happens? It stalls, somebody else gets sick, or the train just stops for whatever reason. But anyway, I remembered being so sick to my stomach, and this was mainly because of a combination of 4 things. I felt my blood sugar rising. You can actually feel it rise because all the dozens of medications that I've tried no longer was working. The side effects of the medications just tore up my stomach. I also had diabetic complications, stomach complications, and I'm sure I had ketones too, but back then I wasn't smart enough to think about ketones back then. I was so sick that I wanted to just throw up, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to get graphic or anything, but some of you guys who think that diabetes is easy, you need to hear this. Okay, this is real world. I was really worried because there was this Hispanic guy looking very sharp in his expensive 3-piece dark suit, I think it was. And let me tell you, this was one time I was praying to every single deity I can think of. I was that sick, and my chin was so close to this guy's shoulder. It was crazy. I really thought I was going to get my ass kicked that day, because I knew that this Hispanic guy was not going to care that I'm sick and I'm trying to get well, trying to figure out what's going on, and I'm getting all these different answers from all these physicians, just trying to get my life together. All this guy is going to know is that this big black guy just threw up on me on my $300, $400 suit. Well, thank God, I didn't throw up on him, but it was a very scary moment, and I hope I've given you some idea of how hard it was for me and the great accomplishments that I've made today. I'd like to give you guys an exercise. The next time you guys get on a train, you go into work or whatever, just glance at the people, that are on that train. And now just close your eyes and visualize those people in your head. Now, know that at least 1 or 2 people on that train, regardless of how they look, is possibly going through a living nightmare in their life. As much as people tell me that they understand what I've gone through, they really don't. They really don't. And sometimes even diabetics don't even get it. But make this the year of non-judgment, and just to have a little bit more compassion for people. I'm saying this because, someone that doesn't have that, what society says is a quote-unquote healthy body, that doesn't mean that that person isn't taking good care of themselves. You see, you may assume that I'm not taking care of myself because I'm overweight, but you can't see my A1Cs on my forehead, or my cholesterol levels, or any of those numbers that matter. You can't look at someone and judge them on how well they're doing based on how they look. Diabetes is more than just food. Stop partaking in this trivial drama, because while people are still debating whether or not they think I truly have lotto or not, a wealth of information is passing you by. The links that I have on my site isn't there to make my blog look pretty. It's there to help you get the information that you need to learn about this dangerous disease. And at the end of the day, I didn't really care about what type of diabetes I have. I was just happy that I finally found out what was making me deathly ill, and that I eventually finally found a treatment that made me feel better, made me feel normal again. And now I'm on a treatment that I don't have to worry about complications any longer. And most of all, I am no longer on those type 2 drugs that just made my life impossible. But I did it on my own. I had to do it on my own. Not from listening to 50,000 different advices that people just, are just willing to give you unasked. Diabetes is a personal journey, but at the same time, I urge people not to procrastinate, and I hope you guys take heed to the things that I've talked about on my blog. Use my resources. That's what they're there for. You don't want to find yourself saying the same things that so many other people has been saying. I should have done this. I should have done that. You don't want to wait until after you get a complication to take care of yourself, because some complications are irreversible. Thank you guys for watching, and I look forward to next time. Yes, 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 yes. Bye.